Some cars become icons, but the 1969 Dodge Charger RT, it became a myth. The kind of machine that looks like it should come with a warning label. One glance at that long hood, hidden headlights, and fast back roofline, and you instantly know this thing wasn't built to just drive. It was built to dominate. The story starts with pure American muscle ambition. Late 60s Detroit was obsessed with bigger engines, louder exhaust, and quarter-mile bragging rights. Dodge wanted a street brawler that could scare Mustangs and Camaros straight off the boulevard. So they dropped in the legendary 440 Magnum V8, a 7.2-liter monster pushing out a factory-rated 375 horsepower. But everyone knows those numbers were underrated. This engine didn't rev, it punched. Hard. And if that wasn't enough, there was the 426 HEMI. The elephant. The engine's so wild, it looked like it was daring you to ruin your tires. On paper, 425 horsepower. In reality, enough torque to twist the Earth's rotation a little if you weren't careful. Back then, buying a Hemi wasn't a flex. It was a commitment. You were signing up for a life of smoky launches, brutal acceleration, and fuel economy numbers that made grown men cry. But the '69 Charger RT wasn't just an engine on wheels. It was style wrapped in aggression. The Coke bottle curves, the wide stance, the split grille. Everything about it looked fast, even when parked. The designers wanted it to look like a charging bull, and they nailed it. Today, that silhouette is instantly recognizable. From drag strips to movie screens to posters in every muscle car fan's childhood bedroom. Handling? Well, handling was whatever you could convince those skinny bias ply tires to do. The Charger wasn't built for corners. It was built for straight-line justice. 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, which was serious heat for its time, especially when the sound alone could stop conversations. The exhaust note of a 440 or HEMI Charger doesn't just rumble, it threatens. And then came the tuning culture. The Charger RT became a blank canvas for madness. High-rise intakes, six-pack carbs, wild cams, drag slicks, nitrous kits hidden in the trunk. It wasn't unusual to see these cars pushing far beyond 500 horsepower in the hands of backyard geniuses and weekend racers. Dodge built the weapon, but the streets wrote the legend. Of course, the '69 Charger also found fame far beyond the local drag strip. Hollywood turned it into a superstar. Jumping bridges, sliding across dirt roads, outrunning everything in sight. This car became a character of its own. Every kid who watched those scenes grew up wanting a Charger, and every adult who owns one today still drives with a bit of that cinematic swagger. But behind the fame and the numbers, the real magic of the '69 RT is simple. It represents a moment in time when cars were dangerous, loud, mechanical, and unapologetically alive. No turbos, no traction control, no computers, just a massive engine, a heavy pedal, and a driver brave enough to tame it. More than 50 years later, the Charger RT still hasn't lost its bite. Prices climb, demand grows, and every sighting feels like spotting a wild animal that somehow escaped extinction. It's raw muscle. It's rebellion on wheels. It's the kind of car that doesn't just turn heads, it rewires your pulse. And maybe that's why the myth never faded. Because cars like this don't get replaced. They get remembered. The only real question is, if Dodge built something this wild in '69, what monster could they create next?